Hi everyone, greetings from Bali. Today's video is about the trap of comparison. So how many of you have found yourselves sometimes looking at what someone else is doing or seeing something on social media and you start comparing yourself to other people? You start thinking, okay, my business isn't as successful as theirs, or they're making all this money, they're doing all these things, or they have this incredible relationship, they have this house, they have these kids, or they're choosing this thing that I'm not. And we get into this comparison trap. And comparison, when you go down the route of comparing yourself to other people, or even judging yourself based on seeing what other people are choosing, it paralyzes you, right? And it brings you into it really disconnects you from your creativity. It disconnects you from your source. And it really is so unkind to you. Because here's the thing. Everybody's on a different timeline. And if you watched my last video about how I actually started manifesting being in Bali at 22, but it didn't actualize, it didn't show up until now, which is 17 years later, or 16. So we are all on our own timeline. There's lots of things that I haven't done on my timeline yet. Like, I haven't had babies. I haven't bought a house. So it's like, to compare what you're doing in your life to what someone else is doing is so unkind to you, because we're all on our own timelines. And it's like things are showing up for you on your timeline. And one of the things that helped me last year, I got a reading done, a Vedic astrology reading. I got my charts right. And I've always had this awareness that I wasn't really going to fully be in what I'm here to do with my career, life purpose, until I was in 42. At that age just always came up for me. And that's what he told me in the Vedic reading. He was like, you're going to be fully embodying what you're doing at 42. And it's like, it's so unkind then for me to look at someone else and be like, well, they're out there doing this thing and I'm not there, and then judging yourself because they're on their timeline. And we don't see all the work that they put in to get them where they're at, or all the heartbreak they went through to finally find true love, or all the work and the people they hired and the money they put in, the money they lost to actually get to 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures in their business. And what it really does is, when we get stuck in this comparison trap, it really takes us out of embracing where we are now, because it's not about getting to 42 or getting to the marriage or getting to the age where you think you'll be fully in what you're doing, or getting to the love, right? It's about embracing the journey as we go. And it's like, you're never going to have this moment back. So the last few days I've had some judgment come up, comparison, feeling also just kind of disconnected from my inner joy. But I've also been shifting and changing a lot. So one of the things that has helped me is to look at what I am doing. Look at what I am choosing. Even if it was, okay, I took 2 months off this summer and really just embraced being in Ireland, being with my family. It could be something simple, like you're choosing to be at home with your kids. You're choosing to be in a relationship. You're choosing to start a business, and to fully embrace that part now. You'll never have this moment back, right? And it's like, we're always trying to get to the next step, the next thing. And it's like, we're missing the embracing what we have now. It's like, even if you're beginning a business, embracing the beginning phase, because there's a day going to come where you won't be in the beginning phase anymore, and maybe you'll be really busy and really big, and you'll have lots going on, and you'll miss the days that you had when you were just beginning and you didn't have as much pressure. Whatever that is, it's like, sometimes I look at it and go, okay, 10 years from now, I'll look back at this, and what will I say to myself? Will I say God, you should have enjoyed that more, And it's like, and that's what it's like, looking at, okay, can I really embrace where I'm at right now in my timeline? Because I'm not going to be here forever, And if you look at, where were you 10 years ago? And did you embrace it? Or were you constantly trying to get to the next thing? And it's like, you might never have this moment again. You won't have this moment again, because the moment's always changing. So consider this your message from the universe. It's okay to be where you're at right now. It's okay not to be further along. It's okay to be in the beginning phase. It's okay to be in an ending phase. It's okay to not know what you're doing. It's okay to not be okay sometimes. And it's okay to want to be further along. And the more we just can embrace whatever is up for us at this moment, whether it's you're feeling low, or you're feeling disconnected, or you're feeling energized, or you're not feeling energized, it's like embracing the moment rather than resisting it, rather than judging or comparing yourself to someone else, will allow that energy to move so much quicker. Judgment will paralyze you. Comparison will paralyze you. It will keep you in resistance. So let's embrace where we're at, wherever that is, whether that's you're cooking the dinner at home, you're washing the kids' clothes, whether it's you're starting a business, or you're whatever you're doing. It's like, let's embrace it, and know that we will never have this moment again. And it's okay if you're not okay right now. That will pass too. And the more we can just embrace not being okay sometimes, the easier it becomes. I really was not feeling okay for the last few days, even though I'm in beautiful Bali, even though I'm like living what I've had one of my things I've been asking for years come to fruition. I still have those things that go on in my mind, and I still have times where I feel disconnected, or I don't feel energized, or I don't feel like being part of the group, or whatever it is. And the greatest kindness is to be okay not being okay, and then it will shift so much quicker, so much easier. Okay. Bye from Bali.